in here yet. We didn't really promote this at all. This is very much just we hit the button because Sonnet 4.6 dropped this afternoon from Anthropic, and we thought what would be better to do than just bring it up on the screen and check it out right here in front of you and kind of see what we think, what they've done, how it's going. I think it'll be good. Grant just sent in the last 1 minute an email out to the newsletter list, and so hopefully we'll have a few people trickle in. We don't expect this to be quite as big as some of our others because it was very much we decided to do this 30 minutes ago. We had a meeting fall through, and we were both caught up on a few things for the day, and model dropped, and we thought, you know what, let's go on, let's do this. Let's just hop in here and wing it and see what happens. So yeah, lowdown is that this afternoon. Let me pull up the announcement here so we can talk it through a little bit while we're waiting on Grant. La 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 la. Essentially, Claude launched Sonnet 4.6. I'm going to bring the announcement up on the screen here so you can see it while we talk through and look at it together. That's not it. That's not it. Here it is. Hey, there's Grant. What it is, my good friend? How are you today?
Doing well, doing well.
We're so
So,
unplanned, I have nothing quippy to say to introduce you.
well, that's fine. This was unexpected. Although I guess we should have expected it because number one, companies are just going to be dropping new models every week now. It seems. But
Yeah,
number two, there was rumors that there was like potentially three new models coming out this week. So this is
yeah.
probably the first of the three.
This is probably the first. I keep hearing that GPT full 5.3 is coming.
Hmm.
There's rumors of a Gemini 3.5, but I don't know that I hear less about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, we
And
can
there were
expect
rumors this was
probably.
going to be Sonnet 5, if you'll recall.
Really
Yeah,
missed
I kept
that.
hearing this referred to as Sonnet 5, like up until this.
Oh,
Though it
interesting.
makes sense to be 4.6. And I don't know if that's something that changed or if rumors are just what they are and often big nothing burgers.
Yeah, well, that makes sense that they would keep the 4.6 branding since that's what they did. Although on Anthropic loves to give us those like six, sevens, like those mid numbers. It's like just do in like point 0.5 increments, please, or like 0.75 or something.
I
Like,
would accept a 0.25,
yeah,
0.75.
yeah, but
Yeah.
six, I don't know. Are we gonna do? Are we literally gonna do like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Okay, then that's fine. But if we do six and then it's five, it's like, what was the point of that anyway?
I suppose step one is finding out, does Grant have access to this? Because in
I
order
do.
to do a demo, Grant has to have it today.
Yep, I do. I have access.
I am currently in Claude jail, for those of you who use Claude.
Yeah, do you want to tell people about that? What happened?
Yeah, so it was a whole thing. I essentially my OpenClaw installation's been a bit messy. I added it like day one, day two, when it was the very brief window of time when it was still ClaudeBot, and
Yep.
then I updated it while it was Moltbot, and then I updated it again as OpenClaw. And the problem is I have loose files around my system, and I also started using smaller models, trying to run it as affordably as I could because there was a video that scared me to death about the cost of running it, which I'll get back to in a sec. And as a result, there were a lot of remnants and things interfering. Some of my cron jobs were stepping on top of each other and interfering with the ability to just chat with it. So I went into Claude Code on Friday and was like, hey, I'd like you to look through my full OpenClaw installation and come back with a list of recommendations of things that could be causing problems one, two, three, four. And it's like, hey, you've made a mess of this. Let me help you. And so it did. It started, and it was great for about 12 minutes. And then mid task, it said, sorry, you're done. And gave me a date of February 23rd when I could use Claude again.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so I essentially got a 10-day lockout, which is very annoying. So I did what any good resourceful human would do, and I took the whole conversation out and went and dropped it into Codex and said, "Hey, this one over here was fixing my thing, and here's the whole conversation and a full log of everything it did. Can you please make heads or tails of this and finish its work?" And it did. And now, difference is that when Codex ran out of money, what it told me was, here's a link where you can go and get additional credits so you can finish your work. It also finished its task first. It didn't die mid task. It at the end of a task
How
that
generous.
was at the bottom. And yeah, right, wouldn't you think? So I went and I gave them $40 for 1,000 responses, and spent the weekend getting my money's worth.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was you said you got nowhere close to refilling the 40, which was
it never it never came. I kept thinking, man, what if this happens and it's based on tokens and I get 3 requests or 12?
yeah.
But I sent at least a couple hundred over the weekend, and all of those times it left for 10 to 30, 40 minutes and worked on its own and then came back. So I'm assuming I'm okay. Um, I have since then, however, paused my open claw
Mm.
because I gave up on the strategy of trying to get small models to do it and thought, I wonder what happens when I put a race car engine in it. So I connected it to GPT 5.2, at which time it proceeded to swallow $20 in about 6 hours. And I thought, well, that's because I was working on this one thing. I don't do that normally, so I fed it another $20 like a slot machine, which it then ate in about 12 hours. And I
Mm.
realized that I don't have $1,000 a month to sink into this, so I'm gonna
Yeah. Right.
have to reconsider, think about better ways, maybe read up, catch up on some news around it and things other people are doing to make it more economically feasible. Perhaps not building out, 26 sub agents to run every task you have and read 150 URLs a day is a good start.
Yeah. Probably.
But yeah, it's been a doozy, but it's been a lot of fun. So I'm pausing while I do some research, look at other ways, maybe even have Codex go in there and be like, "Hey, what can I how can I tighten the belt a little here? Is there better ways we can do anything to make it more efficient?" And if it was $20 every 4 days, maybe
Yeah.
it might be that I turn off a couple of agents too that are particularly more hoggy than the
Mm.
others and get it to shrink its system prop by, 8,000 tokens or so. I could probably do better. It's all input tokens that are eating the money. Entirely input tokens. Like my
Totally.
output tokens are 270,000. My input tokens were like, I don't know, 18 million.
Because it's
It,
just ingesting like your entire computer, basically.
yeah, it's ingesting everything, and
Ugh.
it's a lot of fun, but it's right now I need to figure out the dollars and cents of it a little better.
Yeah. Well, speaking of dollars and cents, we've got some Claude data here. So, full disclosure, Corey and I have not read this yet, but I thought a fun thing that we could do is let's feed this blog post to Claude Sonnet and ask it a bunch of questions. You want to do that?
I like that.
All right. So, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to pull mine
Sonnet
up.
is more than 5.2 in token cost. That surprises me. Than GPT
Interesting.
5.2.
Okay. So, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share this one, which is the same screen you're sharing. So I'm not going to read this yet. I'm just going to take this whole blog post and I'm going to take it to Claude. I've got Sonnet 4.6 in the model picker here. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this in. And let's see what happens.
In the meantime, if you're watching, please take just a second to give us a quick like and a subscribe. We're going live on kind of a spur of the moment thing with this today, so we didn't do the amount of promotion we usually do. It's very much so we hope we can get at least a few of you in here. Glad to see some of you. Love to talk with you in the chat, answer any questions, run any test prompts you might have that you're curious about through here. Otherwise, just thanks for being here, and we're going to have some fun.
All right. So Sonnet answered my question, but I'm going to say, okay, let's go through this one step at a time because I have severe ADHD and I can't read a wall of text. What is the most important new feature of
Knowing
Sonnet
yourself is crucial.
4.6?
Knowing is half the battle. It's a
All right, the
quote.
biggest new feature is computer use. It can now operate a computer at near human level. How does it do that? Can
How
it
about
do that
prove
with
that?
Claude Code?
I want to know, can it do that in the chat window?
It works by literally seeing your screen and controlling a virtual mouse and keyboard. The document doesn't specifically mention computer use in Claude Code, though. That's more of a Claude AI API feature. Um,
Now, they've
there.
had computer use for a while, right?
Yeah, I think technically anytime you use the Claude extension, that's computer use because it's
Okay.
using your browser. Uh, where can you use computer use?
Because I remember they had computer use, and then shortly thereafter, OpenAI came out with ChatGPT Agent, which was essentially their answer to computer use as well.
Cool. All right.
I like
Yeah.
them both.
Yeah, let's do it. So far this is pretty smooth. Let's see. Next up, 1 million token context window. That means you can feed an entire code base. That's pretty cool. Can you do this on the website? We'll see if it knows what I mean by that.
How quick will you nuke my account if I do that?
Okay, let's try something different. And then here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go back to this, share this tab. So this is the blog post, right? I'm going to copy all of this. I'm going to use a Chrome extension that I made that extracts links from a page. I'm going to copy all of those links. And I'm going to say, please, I'll say, please go through and read all of the supporting materials.
Where have you been hiding this Chrome extension? I'm way more excited about that than anything right now.
Dude, this is what I'm saying. You can use this. You can use Claude to create mini Chrome extensions for you that are just like life hacks, like work life
Cool.
hacks. It's like really nice. Okay, please go through and read all of the supporting materials, and then let's continue with full context. All right. So for people who are just joining us, we're testing 4.6 Sonnet right now, and we're basically giving it a bunch of tasks and seeing how well it keeps up with us, while also simultaneously learning about the blog post that just came out. So I'm going to share the tab. So basically what I did is I copied all of the content from the blog post and all of the links that were shared in the blog post. It's obviously way too many links, but I didn't edit it because I just wanted to see how well it manages context.
Yeah.
So how do I get out of this in the small view? Okay. So then right now what it did is it says it absorbed materials and reconvened with comprehensive context. The full system card. There's no way you read all those links. Go back and read every link and then come back when you're ready to start.
Remember we had an experience like this with, was it GPT-5's release
Yeah.
date demo where
Yeah.
it went, but it really had? I wonder if this is like that, where now it's taking its time.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see what's happening.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you can click into it and you can watch it work. So user wants me to read all the announcement page. Let me go through them systematically.
I like already read this.
Okay, what I like about this is it knew not to include any of the like basically just like Claude random homepage links for all their different irrelevant points. So that was good. Now it's like let me actually go through and read the key links. Give me a few minutes. Now, I remember when I last benchmarked Claude's ability to fetch links, it usually taps out somewhere between 15 to 20 at a time, and then it runs out of like fetch like requests basically. So I don't know if this is the same, but we're still under that threshold at 15. So
Cool.
yeah. Okay, now I've actually read everything. A few things I learned from the supporting docs that weren't obvious from the main announcement. On the 1 million context window, it requires a special beta header to activate, and there's a separate long context pricing tier that kicks in for requests over 200K tokens. Okay, good to know.
That's good to know. Yeah.
Compaction, for people who don't know, this is where it auto summarizes old conversation history when you approach context limits.
I use
Looks
that
like
in
it's.
Codex every day. At
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Codex does is it shows your context limit below, and you can slash compact, and it compresses it back to zero, but
Yeah,
keeps it in
that's
there
awesome.
as like cache tokens. That's a great feature. I love that.
So this is a feature that, okay, so basically it's only officially listed as supported in 4.6
Okay.
Opus. Okay.
Okay.
So
Cool. Cool. Cool.
web search just got a big under the radar upgrade. The new search tool is now automatically write and execute code to filter out irrelevant HTML before putting results in context.
Genius.
Cool. Yeah, that's
Genius.
key. In
As a
testing
guy
this,
really worried about tokens this week, I care about that.
yeah, for real. For real. In testing, this improved search accuracy by 11% and cut token usage by 24%. Okay. Um, Cora Poe. Wow, remember them? Why would
Yep.
you ever need to use them? In my opinion. But anyway,
I
that's
remember
cool. They
Cora, but I
tested it
don't
out.
Poe.
Poe is their agent, basically, so that you
Oh,
can
yes, yes,
search
yes.
Cora.
Thank you.
Yeah. I guess it's relevant if you have to search Cora, but other than that, not relevant. Um, on adaptive thinking, you can tune how much Claude thinks with four effort levels: max, high, medium, and low.
Grant
At
will live
low
on
effort,
Max.
it'll skip thinking entirely. Go ahead. What was
Grant
that?
will live on Max.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I should share my experience in the past week with that.
Grant has a very distinct strategy with any amount of thinking.
Yeah, it's just max out always.
Yeah.
It's like if you're gonna do it once, do it right. On Claude and Excel, MCP connectors are the big new addition. SMP Global, PitchBook, FactSet, etc. Cool. Some of those, by the way, are available as apps on ChatGPT. So basically, in both instances, I don't know if Claude is moving towards calling all of their MCP connectors plugins, or if they're moving to call their skills plugins, or what, but it seems like they're kind of diverging where OpenAI is calling MCP servers slash maybe skills apps and then MCPs. So like MCP is becoming either apps over here, plugins over here. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Like there's a lot of smoke and mirrors and naming with all of these things, but
Yeah, and
basically,
supposedly OpenClaw is doing what it does without MCP.
yeah, that's yeah.
Like
Because it's
all
probably just
together.
writing the code. Like it's
Yeah.
basically just using a bunch of skills.
Like
Yeah.
it's just bypassed it altogether. Yeah.
Yeah, because MCP server at the end of the day is basically just a bunch of docs and API
Yeah.
calls and functions that just teaches the AI how to connect to.
How to go do the connection. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, to PitchBook, to FactSet, to S&P Global, etc.
Yeah.
But there's a notable warning in the doc about prompt injection risks. They explicitly say don't use it with spreadsheets from untrusted external sources. That's a good call.
That's fair. It's
What
probably
are,
a good practice for any AI, though, to be clear, I
Okay,
would
so what did
say.
we learn? We learned that the 1 million context window has special pricing. So let's say, what's the pricing after the 200K token context limit? How does it change? And how does that impact a one price per 1 million input output? Let's also ask, how does Sonnet compare to Opus 4.6 in terms of price? Let's also ask, how does Sonnet compare to Chat GPT's latest models and Gemini Flash on price? Use web
Gemini
search.
Flash will definitely be the cheapest, I want to say.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm also curious. I wouldn't necessarily type it. Is what I want to see this come back with is whether or not crossing 200,000 tokens reverts to a pricing model similar to Opus 4.6 Fast. What did they call it? Opus 4.6. The one that's like 6x the price.
Oh yeah, I think it's just called Opus Fast. Yeah.
Opus Fast. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see if it's a model similar to that or if they've gone a different route.
Yeah. All right,
Because
so let's see what it comes
that one's a
back with.
hop to save a few seconds, in my opinion.
So right here you can see, okay, it's searching the docs. You know what it's not doing is it's not searching artificial analysis. I'll be like, check your searches against artificial analysis data here. And then what I'll do is I'll pull up the artificial analysis page. I don't know if they've benchmarked this yet. Okay, so let's see what it says. So long context pricing. Under 200K tokens, it's $3 input, meaning $3 for every 1 million input tokens you put into the context window. $15 for every 1 million output you get out. But once you cross 200K, it's actually $6 input, $22 output. Double the input rate and 50% more on output.
Whoa. I got a question.
Yeah.
Opus is $75 per million output tokens. How do I not know that? Or is this wrong?
Opus models cost, let's double check that. That seems extremely high, but that could be accurate.
I
It
mean,
could be
I
getting
know fast is 150.
I mean, yeah, that's okay. Let's
If
say
it's 75 per million output, that's the
Also-
wildest thing I've ever seen.
also we need you to fact check the current Sonnet Opus 4.6 output price with Anthropic's own pricing docs to confirm. Okay. It could be some hallucinations in the chat here. I know Opus 4.6 wouldn't do me dirty like that, but maybe Sonnet would. Let's see.
Man,
Um,
yeah.
Sonnet 4.6 scored
You know,
72.
they can all make mistakes. That's the key. And it may not be a mistake. That's the other option here. I hope it's a mistake, though.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past Anthropic.
I wouldn't either. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, this is like what is it's I mean, this is their standard thing, right? It's like times 5. So $3 input times 5, $15 output. $3 input or $15 input times 5, 75.
GPT
So
5.2
right.
and 5.2 codecs are, yeah, there you go. $1.75 input, 14 out.
Yeah, is that right? That's a lot bigger difference, which is interesting.
Yeah, it is. And so is Gemini. Wait, what is Claude charging for input? Okay, double. Got it.
For Sonnet? Yeah, double. Yeah, basically double ChatGPT. Yeah.
Dang. I don't know what it's going to take them to get a handle on that.
They just don't care. They're just the premium. They're the premium price product. It's just how
you know
they
what though?
roll.
They've got to remember that engineers are largely working for corporations who have to justify prices for everything. And if you look at these two on a benchmark next to each other, if you look at Opus 4.6 and GPT 5.2, and you look at the fact that it's 5 or 6 times the amount of money, you're going to have a hard time selling that to your CEO. I mean, they've got to get in a range that's competitive. And I don't know if that is a matter of cash flow maybe or what. I mean, yeah, they very much are fine with being the bespoke model. and that's cool. There's going to be one.
Okay, so my previous response was wrong. I cited $15.75 million token, 5 times the Sonnet price. That was the old Opus 4.1 pricing. Opus 4.6 is actually $5 to 25.
That's more like
input.
what I was expecting.
Okay, let's just confirm this. This is why you always check your sources when you're dealing with AI.
It's still significant, but yeah. $15 input is insane. So I'm glad that wasn't right.
I wouldn't put it past them. No, yeah, okay, that's totally wrong.
Yeah.
$5 per million input token and 25 per million output token.
Okay.
With up to 90% cost savings with prompt caching. This is key. And 50% savings with batch processing. So you can click into both of those to learn.
I am a hardcore believer in prompt caching right now. I would just like to say that one thing Opus has taught me is that I read 187 million tokens this weekend. 186 million of those, or 3 million of those were cached, and they cost like, I don't know, 13 cents per million. Like it's pennies by comparison.
Wow.
And I love that it defaults to caching them. But
Yeah.
it's still the input tokens that are eating me alive. Okay.
Yeah, so if you look at 4.6 here, right?
Yeah.
So you've got $5 for input, $10 for output for under 200K tokens, right? So if your context is less than 200K, this is your price, which is
Yeah.
pretty reasonable, I would say.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
I mean it's still triple the competition
Hmm.
in terms of like in the market next to people. And I only mention that because, like these models are used heavily by engineers. And my first thought is they're the people using the context, man.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They're
You're
the
right. Well,
people
especially if you're
dumping
doing
your
a lot of
tens of
long,
thousands of lines. And yeah,
a lot of agentic coding. I guess the way to get around that is you have a lot of sub agents who do a lot of
yeah,
like mini loops, right? And then you like just spin up new sub agents to check their work so you don't
yeah,
overload the context.
yeah. And it
Um,
might be that you use other models to do smaller tasks around it. If you have some
this
kind
is
of a
this is
harness,
pretty good though. $3 and
that's really
$6.
good. That's great.
Yeah. So I don't know what Sonnet was smoking over here.
Apparently, what $3 and $6 gets you is distinctly different than what 25
Yeah.
does.
So this is a good test of Sonnet where we've had it ingest a ton of information, right? And it got a bit confused when it came out the other end.
Yeah,
Um, so that's
that's
good to
a
know.
good call out.
It's
Yeah.
also a good reason why you should always start a new chat, right? Whenever
Read
you're
these
like,
20 entire websites. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, look at all this. It probably got a mix of old information. I wish you could tell it like just read the best website for this. Like, don't read the rest of them. Like,
Yeah.
just look at the one that's the most likely to be correct and read that one. Like instead of reading 10 things as if like that's the
Yes.
benchmark.
That's a
Although
good
in this
point.
case, actually, these were the ones I gave it to read, so no judgment there. But when it
Yeah.
goes off and does this web search, where'd it go? Where did I tell it? Where did I tell it to do the web search? Okay, right here. So look at how many links it reads. All you needed to read, bro, was this. All you needed to read was this. You know what I mean? You don't need to read all this other stuff. So I
Yeah.
wish it was smarter in that regard. Yeah. All right. Should we benchmark it on something else like Cat Doom?
I think we should. Oh, that might be a struggle for a Sonnet model. We sure can. While you're doing that, I'm going to gather together some interesting eval caliber prompts that we can push through it and just see what they look like.
Let's do it. Okay, so I've got extended thinking on. I'm using Sonnet.
Contradiction hunting.
All right, let's see. So it's reading the front end design skill. This is cool. Something we've been trying to talk a lot more about in the Neuron is like it's going to become less and less about prompts, and it's going to become more and more about skills, and being able to load up skills that the agent can use and kind of deploy strategically. Like here, I didn't tell it to use the front end design skill; it just decided that it was supposed to do that. So
Yeah.
that might be some interesting training that Anthropic gave it.
One second.
Full raycasting game. That's interesting. It's funny that it called out raycasting. Raycasting is like kind of how like assets in games or like NPCs in games like know where other objects are.
Yeah.
Using raycasting. Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. I have something to run.
All right, do you want to pull up yours or oh no, actually
No,
it's gonna spin up
I'm
another
in jail
tab.
still. Hang on.
Oh, I forgot that I was not sharing my screen. Sorry, I'm doing
Oh,
one tab at a
I
time.
was just about to ask that. I think you're not
Yeah,
sharing.
this is what I was talking about, where it says you can look here and you can click into it, and it says creating Kitty Doom, a full raycasting game with cats. And then you can see it kind of writing the code. We'll let that one cook and we'll come back to it. Did you send it to me on Slack?
I just sent it to you. Excuse me, I'm yawning in our studio chat here.
Okay, might be easier to do it on Slack.
It might be.
Could you do that?
Yeah, hang on. Let me bop over
Yeah, just
here.
because I've got like the Windows tab, so it's
All
easier.
of the things open.
Not all of the things, but some of the things.
Oh, And he could just message, don't forget to share your tab, Grant. Yeah.
Thank you, Ika. Ika's our producer slash production assistant slash just production friend.
Okay. I
All
just
of the
sent you one.
titles.
This one should be
Okay.
simple.
All right, let's try it out. New chat, come on. That's weird. I don't know why it's stuck on that. Okay. Whoa. Why did it? No.
It made that a, oh, we lost some spacing.
No.
It lost
Okay.
return.
Try it
too.
again.
Okay.
Every resident owns at least one dog.
Good.
There are 80 dogs in total. No dogs are co-owned. Is this scenario possible? If not, prove why with clear reasoning.
Good answer. Good answer.
This is correct? This you
That's
can
correct.
verify?
That's the
Okay.
correct answer.
So if every resident owns at least one dog and no dogs are co-owned, then each resident accounts for at least one unique dog. With 100 residents, each requiring a minimum of one dog, the town needs a minimum of 100 dogs. But the town only has 80 dogs. It's got its math here.
I like it.
Okay, so it's just
If we
it's so
can't
it's
shoot.
impossible.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You want another one?
Yeah. What else you got? Give us
I
another
got.
one.
I'm working on some. Some of these are logic based. Some are math based. Some are.
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna see how Opus 4.6 deals with this.
The new one, the one I
Yeah.
just sent you. Oh,
Yeah.
that one.
This one. Yeah, I'll grab the new one.
If it starts by trying to open the websites where those words wedge together,
No.
Nope.
It's wrong. It doesn't do that anymore.
I
Okay.
like how much much less it said.
Yeah, Opus 4.6. This is the model that the Pentagon can't quit. this is the model that they can't designate a foreign enemy or whatever. It's so
Boy,
good.
what a rough situation too.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
we might talk about that later on.
Okay, if I copy with no formatting, I think we're good. So 4.6 extended. Let's see how you do, Mr. Sonnet.
Okay, we are on extended, so it's thinking.
Yeah, but it doesn't think very long. Did you notice? This was like real quick. Okay, the premise is false. Prime factorization of 210.
I gave you the
equals-
answer. I gave you the answer.
I didn't even read this, Corey. I
failed.
just threw it in. All right,
Dang.
back to the benchmarks. I'll be like, good job. That was a trick question.
That was a trick question. We're not stupid.
Let's see what it says. Thanks. It's a classic setup. Present a correction with confident math and see if I'll agree or fault. All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's go back to the chat I was just in. Cat Doom. Let's see it.
Oh, you got Cat Doom over there in the works?
Yeah. Kitty
Kitty
Doom. All right.
All right. Cat Doom is the neuron's official benchmark.
Meow or die. Oh my god.
Whoa. It was kind of up in our face there, wasn't it?
I don't know what's happening. I'm trying to move and I'm like, all of these walls are coming at me and the dogs and no. What in the hell? Okay. If I hit spacebar, I can shoot. Oh my god, what is this? This
Wait,
is like
are you
Mass
firing
Effect.
something?
Yes.
Is that what those weird flashes are I'm seeing at the horizon?
Okay, you know what these tools need to add? They need to add like a record your screen feature so that you can just like record like the stupid stuff that happens
This
on
sucks
screen.
and that sucks.
And then just be like, okay, fix this. This is obviously trash. Okay, so that was an unmitigated disaster. Please fix all of it?
all of it.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do best of N, right? Does everyone remember what best of N is?
What does that say? This is going to be a full ray casting engine.
I don't
Proper
know
pseudo
why.
3D like the original Doom, but make it. I can't read.
It was so confident. It really had me going there for a second.
It was. It was.
Okay.
The ego was there.
I'm gonna do this 3 times, right? I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna do 2, and then I'm also gonna do 3.
Grant
So
Little
we'll see
Large
which
on
of
the
those,
back
if any of those
over here.
improve. Oh, too many chats going. Okay, bummer. What
I'll
about
be
this?
dang. That's annoying.
Yeah.
I've never had that. Well, I guess, never mind. Cool.
Yeah, well, bummer. Okay, are multiple ones of them going? Let's see. No. Okay. All right, that didn't work.
I want to say
So,
the most I've ever had at once is like 7. I've never had,
well,
and honestly, that may not have been Claude.
perhaps that's just a temporary feature because normally you can spin up a lot of different versions, right? Like,
ChatGPT's got this
and you
little
certainly
box that
can on the
dings up and is
desktop.
always like, "Want to go talk about something else while this one works? Click here to
Yeah.
create a new chat," or something like that.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Let's see what
I'm
we
gonna
got.
try it again with Opus. Let's see if they, and we'll just compare what Opus can do with the exact same prompt,
And
right?
that is the simplest prompt possible to create a game with, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
almost not a prompt. It's almost just go build this game. I love
No,
it
it's that's
because it leaves
exactly
a
what
lot
it
up to
is.
interpretation for it. I like that
Yeah. Yeah.
because you can also see its creativity shine a little too.
Yeah. So it must be getting this raycasting thing from the front end design skill, which is really interesting.
It's really excited to talk about raycasting.
Yeah, you have to know that raycasting is involved.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. While this is happening, let's see if we can get something else going. I won't go crazy with it. I'm gonna just pull this off to the side.
You want?
Maybe it's because
I dropped you another thingy if you want to toss it in.
Okay. So design a model to predict success before answering list of interpretations of success. Then choose one interpretation and justify your choice. Let's go.
This will be less of a right and wrong.
It doesn't think very long. I'm so biased towards thinking. I'm like, if you didn't think about it, you didn't work hard enough. Okay. Reasonable interpretations of success, individual human level,
Nice.
career advancement, academic performance, entrepreneurial outcomes, athletic performance, creative output, personal goal achievement, psychological well-being, organizational product level, business unit performance, product
Hmm.
adoption, project completion on time, marketing campaign ROI. It's very specific. Could have just said ROI. Content media, viral spread. Okay. Podcast newsletter growth. Okay.
Okay.
You could just say like platform growth or like audience growth.
Yeah.
It's too specific for me. I don't like that. Content
That's
longevity.
very much and got that from your history thing.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it's like tailoring it to me. Like, don't do that. Okay. Citation, scientific research, citation count, replication, funding renewal. Okay. Okay. Step two, chosen interpretation. Early stage startup success. Was that one of them?
Was it?
I guess entrepreneurial outcomes.
That's fair.
Okay. It's the interpretation where a predictive model creates the most actionable leverage. Startup success is measurable with clear binary or continuous label.
That's a
Raise to
really
Series
important
A.
factor in a good answer is ensuring it recognizes immediately what is an objective truth it can use to measure by.
Yeah. Predictable in advance.
Yeah.
The founder, market, and timing signals exist before the outcome. Yeah, that's true to a degree.
Hmm.
High stakes enough to justify the modeling effort. Yeah.
Fair.
Well studied with public data sets like Crunchbase, AngelList, PitchBook. Okay. It also sits at an interesting complexity sweet spot. Not so simple that a regression suffices, not so chaotic that a prediction is hopeless. The model. Target variable, binary. Did the startup raise a Series A within 36 months of founding? And
This
then,
is a good question here I want to bring up because
yeah,
absolutely yes, we both do this. Do you have any custom instructions or personalizations? I always wonder how those impact the ability to actually test a new model. Very much so.
yeah. So let me talk about that. So first of all, Anthropic uses what's called project memory. So let me give you an example. Let me go to my projects.
We can compare and contrast this a little bit with how you and I experimented with
Yeah.
Claude and ChatGPT that time.
So it's got my project memory here for the Neuron newsletter. This is old. We actually just hit 650,000 subscribers as of this week. What up?
I would edit that
um,
number.
yeah, I'll have to give it new
We also
information.
hit Apple Technology Podcast Top 50 last week for the
Yeah.
first
Oh,
time. So
what
at
happened? Okay.
46.
But anyway, this memory is specific to this project, right? So
Yes.
it's specific just to anything that I do inside this one. And then there's also, why does it keep reloading? Interesting. Then there's also project related instructions. So project related instructions are also specific to the. So if I was to go to my profile, maybe I'll do it on a different tab just to make sure it doesn't show anything. I don't think it will, but I'm just going to check it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now you
shows my
have
email.
Claude has account memory as well, right?
I don't know that it does. I don't know where that is actually. Let's
It's
see.
I want to say ChatGPT added it early to mid last year or something. Made a big difference for me.
I'm
Uh,
looking. I'm looking at all the categories. Here, let me come back. I can just let you in. So here's all the things I have turned on, which will impact the performance. Which I think this is a good thing to share. So
yeah,
first of all, I have artifacts turned on. So this
nice.
artifacts, for if you don't know, that's how we were able to play Cat Doom in that little sidebar thing. Um, this asks Claude to generate content like code snippets, text documents, or website designs, and Claude will create an artifact that appears in a dedicated window. But then that's deprecated, and now there's AI-powered artifacts, which creates apps, prototypes, and interactive documents that use Claude inside the artifact. Start by using Let's Build an AI app to access the power of Claude API.
Artifactception.
Yeah, I've actually never successfully done this, but by the way, I don't know why not. Um, then I have code execution and file creation turned on,
Obviously
and
one of those.
so yeah, this is basically it can execute code and create and edit documents, spreadsheets, presentations, PDFs, etc. And then it's got the list of acceptable settings there. So here we go. Search and reference chats. I do have that turned on, and then generate memory from chat history. Okay, so there is a memory. Generate memory from chat history. Allow Claude to remember relevant context from your chats. I do wonder what would happen if I just turn this off. Should I just turn all of this off and see what happens? Let's do it. I'm gonna share this tab real quick. Actually, I'm gonna take my screen down for a second. I'm gonna save this memory and see what's in here. It's not that exciting. It's just like my work context, I guess. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out and save it. And then I'm just gonna turn all of this off. Oh, you can pause memory. That's cool. Um, skills. Okay, yeah, you have to have code execution on to turn on
Cool.
skills. So I'm gonna leave on artifacts and AI powered artifacts, and then I'm gonna
Nice.
share my screen again. All right, so
There it
now
is.
let's run those same.
Oh,
What's that?
so it popped up as a little talking head box between us for a minute, and I was like, I've never seen that happen. It may have just been a lag thing.
All right, so let's run the exact same one that we just did, and let's do design a model to predict success. Let's see if it makes some of those weird, specific, idiosyncratic suggestions.
Project success, product success, marketing campaign. Did you do it in a new chat? I can't remember already.
Yep,
Okay.
entirely new chat. That's right.
Cool, cool.
So it's kind of similar, but maybe a little more broad. Like there's health and wellness success, athletic success. I guess the anthropic that has my memory knows I'm not athletic. It's like that's not going to appeal to this guy.
I've got one I'm going to give you in a minute that I've seen trip them up before.
Okay. Product success, project success, marketing campaign success, that's still in there. Interesting. Hiring success, that's new. Policy success, nonprofit success. Okay. And it still chooses startup success. That's interesting. And then the model, target variable. Achieved Series A acquisition profitability. Much more broad this time around. Within 5 years.
It is.
0 equals shutdown or stagnant. Okay.
Yeah, much more broad.
Yeah, it didn't have any newsletter specific stuff, I guess, to
It
the.
also, I looked away for just a minute to send you that other one. Did it get into? Did it clear up what like the measurable objective thing would be again?
Yeah, so it says the measurable is the chosen interpretation is startup success. And then it defines success operationally as a startup achieving a Series A funding round, acquisition, or profitability within 5 years of founding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Cool. Cool. Nice.
yeah. So cool. Yeah. And then it goes into the feature space that it's going to look at in order to predict that. And then it gives the model architecture. So it's using gradient boosted trees. So it's actually creating a literal model to actually like plan this out. Is that what it's supposed to do?
Somewhere a 3D printer just fired up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
interesting. Interesting.
the deeper lesson this model teaches: success is not a property of a company at a moment in time; it's a trajectory. Still got the M dashes.
Still got an M dash.
They're not fully edited out.
There's,
All
I
right,
see at least two in that screen. Yeah.
we're gonna do another one. Let's do it.
I don't care if they edit them out. They mean good.
Okay.
This is
Reddit
hard.
Journey Red Story.
Okay. There cannot be a single letter E, and that is tricky. They used to. It was. I want to say. I think most of them can do it now, but around. Look in the middle. No.
It's pretty good.
Boar, not bear. I wasn't reading good.
Yeah, yeah,
Excellent. Hell yeah, that is awesome.
yeah. I'm just about sure that it's. I don't see any E's in there. That's quite good.
I think tokenization is why this one is tricky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, you know, it's I love asking it this just for fun. I do these little short videos on my personal YouTube. That's always like stupid prompts like this, just to see what I can get them to do. Some of them will do it well, some don't.
Let's see if Opus can do it. I
It's
would
a good
assume
question.
so, but
You never know. It's one of those things that's kind of as oh, he just said third paragraph in the chat.
what? That there's an E in the third paragraph?
Can you go back and look?
Yeah.
Making mud pools, a wild boar patch.
No, I
Snorting,
don't see. I don't see one.
waiting for his pass, showing us. Yeah, I can't see it big enough to tell.
Do you want me to zoom in?
Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Okay. Fine tooth comb, real quick. This is me in my wheelhouse. I edit for a living. I don't see an E.
Yeah, I don't see one.
I don't see an E. That's awesome. Journey.
Screen.
I
What?
see journey.
Where do
Falling
you
for a
see
myth, his
journey?
journey a loss. Next paragraph.
Oh!
Boom. Glimmer. Sentence before it.
I'm gonna put him on blast. Wow, to be fair, I don't think I read this paragraph. I must have skimmed it.
I was looking at it too small. I couldn't tell.
You.
Oh, and the word
Man.
annoyance. He just called out annoyance. Where was that? That's third paragraph. Wow, we both just looked that over no less than 3 times, Grant.
Wait, where is annoyance?
First sentence, third paragraph. How many more of these are in here? We missed 3, and we're like, great job, Sonnet.
Wow. Currents.
Currents, we missed.
He.
E. Okay, so that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, this is hard. This is so much harder than people than it sounds when you just.
Meticulously scrutinizing story for hidden letter violations.
I want to say maybe it's 5.2 that was the first one I ever got to do it successfully, but like even it won't every time.
You know what? It's probably a better story for including those extra E's. Dude, there's one in the first paragraph. Are you joking? How did we miss that?
Remember me always telling you, like, you can't edit yourself. People can't edit themselves. It doesn't work.
Yeah, gosh. Okay.
Now, ask it how many E's are in this paragraph.
To be fair,
We'll go back to strawberry fun.
This is so not an important benchmark, but still.
No. You know what, though? It's tricky.
Yeah. Let me zoom out just a hair so I can look at it a little bit closer. You're right. I apologize. Let me do it properly. All right, bro. It's yours to fail.
Essentially, what you're looking at is constraint tracking.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Or instruction following, right?
Instruction following.
All
Do
this
your
one
search
doesn't.
again, because obviously you and I can't be trusted.
Yeah, this one doesn't have any E's. Look, I mean,
Very
the
good.
chat can fact check me. Okay. A young fox had a small burrow on a tall hill. His fur was bright, ruby, golden rust. Animals
clean.
would stop to gawk at him, but this fox thought only of gold coins. Rumors told of a trunk of gold at a canyon's floor, past a thorny wood. Gripping a long walking stick and a worn sack, off our fox striding through tall grass and rocky paths. Rain from prior days had brought us thick mud pools. A wild boar cut across his path, snorting and stomping. Our fox stood still, allowing it to pass, calm without alarm. Finally arriving at the canyon, looking down, nothing but sharp rocks and roaring rapids. Gold? Not a glint of it. Falling for a myth, his long trip was a loss.
Well done.
Walking back towards his cozy burrow, a cool wind blowing, a pink sky vast and glowing, birds filling air with song, sitting on soft grass, our fox found that this world was his only gold. True and all.
You want to throw it for a real loop? Now drop that
Yeah.
same paragraph in there and tell it also can't have any S's.
Oh my god. So this paragraph, so you would
Yeah, drop that story in there and say it also can't have an S. No,
Okay.
no E's or S's. Or E's and S's.
Man.
I'd love for it to
It's
come
gonna
back with like
short-circuit.
jackass.
Let's see how Opus did on this. while
Grappling
waiting.
with eliminating vowels from narrative.
The code, the Claude code one is really funny. Someone posted yesterday. They were like, just imagine the Opus model that's running for the Pentagon, just being like, all right, Opus, now launch the swarm of drones, and it's like schlepping, combobulating.
Canoodling. Yeah.
Yeah, because it says that on the Claude code.
It does. It does. I love that too.
All right.
Gemini has a thing. Gemini does a thing like that too in their CLI. Which, by the way,
so
if you're not
Opus-
familiar, we just dropped an interview today with Taylor Mullen that was in the email you clicked here. Taylor Mullen used to work for Microsoft, now works for Google DeepBrain, where he designed the Gemini CLI platform and it leads it, I believe. It's been a minute since we talked. I shouldn't have said that before double checking myself. But all the cool features you see coming and everything, that's his team. It's his work. And he's a really, really nice dude, very sharp, very forward thinking. I think you'd enjoy the conversation. It was really interesting. You don't have to be super versed in a command line interface to enjoy the conversation, because it's just a good chat about AI and about what he's built and kind of the journey to Google.
Okay, so Sonnet actually once we called it on its BS, Sonnet actually did quite
Sonnet
good.
got it. Sonnet did really.
Yeah.
Did it get the S's?
Yeah, I got the S's. There's no S's in here.
I would argue the S's are even hard. Hang on.
Chat, hold me accountable, but I'm not seeing any S in my search.
Nope. That's good. Yeah, you warmed it up. Now it figured out you're trying to trick it.
Yeah.
It's gonna blackmail you now.
Dude, it would have got away with it if it was just me.
You'd have been like, "Wow, it did it! Look."
I'm like, wow, this is AGI. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back and look at the Cat Doom. So this was Opus's version, I believe. No, this is Sonnet.
Download the HTML of Cat Doom.
Where is Opus?
Cat Jam.
Okay, we'll look at that one.
Catlum.
This is all
like Bedlam.
Maybe it was this one. Yeah, it's this one. Oh. It didn't work. It didn't run.
Oh, that's the one that was like, you can't do that. Stop, stop. I'll throw you in Claude jail.
Look at this. This is gonna be epic.
This is gonna be epic.
Why does it always go to Raycaster?
I have no idea.
I wish in the desktop or the web-based version you could send it messages like you can with Claude Code, because I would just be like, why are you so obsessed with
Yeah, no kidding.
raycasting, bro? Anyway, so let's look at this one while we're waiting. Although it might get mad at me for doing that. This was the Catlum, or which one? Catlum. Let's look at this. Catlum. All right. Demonic cats have taken over the litter box. Blast them with your yarn balls of justice.
It's already better than the last version was. Wait, let's read the
WASD.
controls. What are the
Okay.
controls? WASD to move.
Yep. Q and E mouse turn. Space click is shoot your yarn ball. Okay. Okay, not bad. It's the colors kind of. Oh, what?
Oh, you have giant cat heads.
Okay, this is better. This is definitely better.
This is significantly better.
So basically, what we found out is that my memory makes this thing suck at coding. It's like this guy's not an engineer, because I just use this account to write for the neuron. So it's like he must not need the good stuff.
I'm telling you, my microphone's haunted. It just keeps randomly raising to the ceiling.
You know what's interesting? They like just stop and like die. They don't like.
If you run over them, do you get anything? That's worth knowing.
Oh no.
Okay. Damn. New feature
But
for later.
also, maybe I need to tell it like, hey, we're a cat-friendly platform. We're not trying to kill cats here. We're trying to, maybe we should make the enemies dogs.
What are we killing? Mice?
Yeah, that would be
Do we
accurate.
kill?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna be, you can't be Doom and not harm
No,
something.
yeah, you gotta fight something. Okay,
You're
so
gonna go
supposedly
Doom,
there's
yeah.
a 6 cat in here, but I don't see it.
I like how you have them all taxidermied on the wall there,
Yeah, I'm letting them know. You
hanging
can't-
the heads of the dead that follow you.
Yeah, you better not come in here. You're gonna get roasted. I don't know
Okay.
what
I
happened.
think something needs to end a level. I believe you've killed all of the cats in the room.
All right, let's see how it handles feedback. I don't know how to pause the game, so I'm just gonna go over here and type. Okay.
It's that it actually fires something is better than we used to get out of other things.
That it has a wall, or that has walls that aren't collapsing in on me, and an acid trip is better than the first one.
No joke, right?
Okay, so for some feedback, let's say it says there are 6 cats remaining, but I think I finished them all off and nothing happened. So we need a way to end the game / the level. What else? We're a cat-friendly platform here, and we'd like it. We'd like to make the enemies dogs.
There should be loot.
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me add that. There should be loot and better weapons. And also the enemies should disappear after they are KO'd.
If we ever get Neuron t-shirts, somehow Cat Doom, Catlum, something like that's got to be a part of it.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I can restart this here. Let's see. Come on. Come on. Oh, I gotta close it and reload it? And be like that? Okay. Let's see if that same bug happens when we play it a second time. I will say these cats are scary. Okay, 2 cats down. 3 cats down. Where is that coming from? Oh my god. Okay, 4 cats down. So there should be 2 left. There's 1. So it could be that it only spawns 5 in, but you need 6 to win the game. Because I think that's happened twice now. Unless there's like some secret. That would actually be cool if there was a secret door or something. I don't think it's that smart. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. It's working on rewriting the Catlum right now. Catlum Unleashed. What else should we test while we're here?
I got more.
Let's do it.
I got more. You want another one? Let me.
Yeah, we'll let that cook. Or I'll start a new chat.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna throw you a weird one here.
Weirder than Cat Doom.
No, not weirder than Cat Doom. Okay. We're gonna invent math.
Okay. We're testing Sonnet 4.6. Invent a new arithmetic operator called pound. Define exactly 3 clear rules for how it works, then calculate 4 pound 7. Show your reasoning and make sure it follows your rules. I like it. The pound operator, the weighted cross. Okay. Multiply the digits, then sum them. Take each number, multiply them together, then add the original 2 numbers to that product. So A weighted cross B equals A times B plus A plus B. Okay. The result is always the calculation yields a negative number. Take its absolute value. What? Okay. I guess that means if one of these was negative. It just didn't demo that. Rule number 3. It is commutative. The order of the operands does not matter. Okay. Yeah. A weighted across B is equal to B weighted across A. Okay. Calculating 4 weighted across 7. So 4 times 7 plus 4 plus 7. And then 28 plus 4 plus 7 is 39. 39 is always positive, so no adjustment needed. And then 4. Yep, it's the same. Okay. Let's see. Now test it with negative numbers. Okay, negative 3 weighted across 5. Result is negative, so take the absolute value as 13. I don't know perhaps why the absolute value is good. Is a good thing. Okay. Negative 8 plus negative 4 plus negative 2. Interesting. I don't know if it's doing this correctly. What do you think? Is this doing this correctly? Is it applying its own rule correctly?
1 second.
Yeah.
You see what I looked at over here. Define. It did define its rules. Okay. Let's see how it computed. Take me back up. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment.
Yeah, you're good. So all of this is correct.
It came up. It got its rules, and actually, those rules are exactly A equals 0. Then pound B equals B. A. Ooh. It did something very different. But I don't.
What are you comparing it to?
I'll show you what I'm comparing it to. But I don't think it makes it wrong. I think I'm looking at what is an example. By the way, when I drop this in your chat, make sure you see the note above it.
Okay.
All right. Here's what I'm comparing it to. Rule 1 is spot on with what was expected. Rule 2 is different.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily wrong. I mean, it went its own route. Three is the opposite. But I think, again, defining the rules and the result here is just example of what they should look like.
Yeah, so
Uh,
just to be clear, like this is, I'll say here's an alternate version, and then I'll say compare it to what you did. But so Corey was saying, so like the first one was pretty similar to what
yeah.
Sonnet did, and then
Second
it
was
added this.
different. I
Yeah,
think the one, I think we're looking at a factored out too. Uh, core formula.
yeah. So it's complete opposite. This section is complete
Yeah.
opposite.
Yeah, that section is complete opposite. But I don't think that necessarily matters. What I'm looking at is just an example of what it could look like. Okay.
Who wrote this one?
Chat GPT
Which model?
5.2,
Okay. Yeah.
which is currently solving novel mathematics around the world. So, I mean, to be fair, math is kind of its forte.
Yeah.
Uh, with that said, I'm not the person to necessarily evaluate it. A couple of these others are ones I've had saved, but I've also spun up some here, so I've got them coming from like three different locations. What your version does better: non-commutativity is honest. Your formula treats A and B differently by design. A appears twice, B only once, so declaring it non-commutative isn't just a rule, it's baked into the structure. Rule and math agree. Okay. Rule 2 is meaningful, not decorative. It handles a real edge case. Okay. Without the
Yeah.
rule.
Yeah. So basically, this version would be if like it matters what's here, and
Yeah.
the version that Sonic came up with is it doesn't matter. The weird thing Sonic came up with is that it's always positive. So it's like even if you're using two negative numbers, it's like it has to be positive. Like why? There's not really a reason for that. Maybe I'll ask it. All right, I respect this. Honestly, I didn't have a great reason. It's a superficial design choice. I think I wanted the operator to feel clean by always producing positive outputs, like how absolute value or magnitude functions work in math. Yeah, but as you're implying, that's not good justification for a rule. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
I love it.
yeah, that's funny. Um, should we? How many people are on the stream? We want to keep this going. 22.
22. 22.
Folks, if you have any questions or things you want to see in the chat, let us know. As far as I know, let me go back to the chat where I was talking with Sonnet about Sonnet. Um, I want to
Yeah.
ask it a couple questions.
Yeah. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up here in a few. Uh,
I'm going to say, who has access to Sonnet 4.6 right now?
I think free gets it even.
Let's see. I know the free account's got a
free
big
and
upgrade.
pro. Default model for free.
Yeah. Let's also double check that.
Yeah.
I don't trust it with web
That's
search.
what this article said that I read right before we came in. That's why I was
Yep.
pretty sure. Yep.
Free and pro plans. Nice.
And default model in Claude AI and cowork pricing remains
Nice.
same as Sonnet 4.5. So that's what Sonnet 4.5 costs. What does 4.5 cost now? I would be curious to know because I'll be honest.
I think it's the same.
If 4.5, well, I mean, wouldn't you think it's got to take a dip? If you're going to drop a new model at the same price, no one would ever use the old one again.
Well, normally, what I like about Anthropic's approach is they do say like with Opus 4.6 or one of the ones Opus 4.1, they were like just don't even question it, just move to Opus 4.1. Like don't use Opus 4 anymore, which I respect that. But I guess what's interesting here is that
I was just thinking for people, it's not accessible to just accept the rate hike and move on. you know, uh,
yeah,
I mean, there are definitely instances where you don't need the state of the art if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're classifying arguments, you don't necessarily need Opus for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's those API.
They don't
Latest
even
model
list Sonnet on here.
is
Maybe I
more
gotta go to
detailed
this.
pricing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Opus 4.5 is the exact same price as 4.6. Okay. Sonnet
Yep.
4.5, exact same price. So, see, a thing I prefer about OpenAI's models is when a new model comes, the one they just dropped falls into a cheaper tier. So
Mm-hmm.
when 5.3 Codex dropped, 5.2 Codex, which is like $1.75, and 5.3 Codex is $1.75 input and $14 output. When that happened, 5.2 Codex went to, I'm gonna screw this up, dollar input, $10 output. I know the output is right. So it fell $4 per million. Uh, but
The newest one or the next newest one?
the previous one.
The previous one. Yeah.
The previous model drops a tier every time a
Okay.
new model comes out. Meaning that if like, listen, what you got is working okay. We're not gonna like force you a price hike for a product you don't necessarily need for that.
Yeah.
But Anthropic's model's been different from day one, and they own it. It's
Yeah.
never been a thing.
Well, I mean, I guess there's really no reason. Let's ask. Let's ask the chat. Is there any reason to stick with 4.5 Sonnet versus 4.6? Let's see. Almost none. That's an interesting angle for the newsletter. So this version must still have my memory intact, cached, because it still knows I'm
Since
working
the
on a
price is
newsletter.
identical, why would you? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Prompt tuning. If a developer has spent weeks fine-tuning system prompts specifically for 4.5's behavior quirks, 4.6 being better can break things. I've seen that happen firsthand with my own stuff. Different models respond differently to the same prompts, and production apps need predictability over capability. Slightly different tone or output format can cause downstream failures. Behavioral consistency. Enterprises running long-term workflows or A/B tests sometimes freeze model versions mid-experiment to avoid confounding variables. Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. Um,
Okay. Will you ask it
kind
this?
of,
What if
yeah.
4.5 was 20% less? That's roughly what the ChatGPT one is.
I like this test.
It's not.
Okay, know it all. Wow. Okay. But it's a great hypothetical because it's exactly how Anthropic could extend 4.5's life if they wanted to.
High volume, low complexity. That's essentially what I was talking about. Was not that there are tasks that don't necessarily need it. If you're running 100 million tokens a day, and the task is categorized as support ticket, that 20% is a lot of money.
Look at this.
Tens of
That's a
thousands of dollars a month.
that's a narrow window. The broader problem is that Anthropic is now pricing its models so aggressively that there's barely room for tiered pricing to work.
Okay,
Sonnet
now
4.6.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
issue there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to take issue with their pricing their models so aggressively. There's barely room for tiered pricing to work. Is that what based on what? Um, it also says Sonnet 4.6 is cheaper than GPT 5.2 on input versus one.
Wait, actually GPT-5 is
Yeah,
cheaper.
I was like, that's wrong. I love that it was like, wait. My whole argument just collapsed here.
That's when predictive
At least
text
it
does you
caught it
wrong.
though. That's big. It catching that is big.
Yeah, that is good.
Real competitor. Sorry. I
Oh,
was like,
Gemini
wait, that's not
3.5.
right.
So basically, it's saying the real competitor for good enough cheaper isn't older Claude, it's Gemini 3 Flash.
Yeah.
So
Which
20%
makes them
discount.
both feel like a ripoff. Yeah.
But is 4.5 Sonnet uh, versus 4.6 Sonnet, or let's say Gemini 3 Flash versus 4.6 Sonnet. So much lower on the cited benchmarks
No.
to not be worth switching. I know that's like terrible
They're
grammar, but
both
I don't know what I
so
mean.
close. They're all so close. It's comical that we
Yeah.
analyze it this close. I'm anxious to see what it says. And I actually have
Partial
partial data.
data from the AA homepage. Okay.
Actually, Gemini Flash ranks higher.
Let's see. Reasoning 4.64, 4.2, 4.5 Sonnet, non reasoning 37, Flash 35, non
So
reasoning.
so it
4.
flips depending on whether that's 4.5. Okay. So that depends on whether it's you
Yeah, that's
also asked it
interesting.
for 4.6.
Yeah, it didn't compare 4.6 yet. Let's see.
It
Well,
might
oh,
be
because
that
it's not in the AI
benchmarks
index.
aren't out yet. Never
Yeah.
mind. My apologies.
Well, let's see about that actually. I'm gonna zoom out just a little bit here.
I
So
know
we
the
can look.
5.3 Codex ones aren't out yet from 2 weeks ago, and some of the I think the Opus 4.6 are on artificial analysis yet already.
Yeah, they are.
There's also another site I've been watching lately. Do you ever check LLM stats?
LLM stats.
LLM
No.
stats. It keeps a running log of every model release, the date they happened, where they came from,
Okay.
a
This
full
is new.
timeline. It is delightful and absolute. I meant to tell you about it the other day and be like, how do we not know this exists?
Well,
Uh,
there's just stuff like this all the time. This is great. This doesn't look the most up to date either because it's missing Seed Dance 2.0. But does it have? This doesn't have Sonnet on it yet. Code Arena, Chat Arena, GPQ, Sweetbench, context, input, output. This is nice. Okay, good to know. Yeah, let's go back to AA for a second here. Or actually, I'll go to x.com and I'll go to AA. Let's check them out. Check them out. Check them out. All right. Sonnet is now the new leaderboard in GDP Val AA. Okay, first of all, show me more. Show me more. Great. Take that. Give it to Claude. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen, am I? I accidentally stopped sharing my screen. That works out, actually.
oh, yeah, you did. It's just you and me. I agree.
Yeah, one sec, sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, so if you missed it, Artificial Analysis did publish something on Sonnet 4.6. We're going to go ahead and throw in the L context window here. But if you can see here, GDP Val AA leaderboard. So this is
Which one is that?
4.6 adaptive. GDP
Real
Val.
world tasks. Okay.
Yeah. So what's a real world task? Let's see. Real world task on this benchmark.
You should at Grok.
I don't know if it'll talk to me because I'm not a subscriber. But we'll
It doesn't
see.
matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. He'll reply. It'll reply.
Okay, great. But yeah, so it's showing. Okay, so 4.5 Sonnet was at 1276 on GDP Val. This is 1633. That's a huge jump.
That's a big jump.
But then really what we're comparing is Opus 4.6 is at a 4.6. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and share this.
I think it's also, while we're sitting here, worth looking back at some of those others on there and seeing just what a tight window we're in and how good those are doing.
Yeah, I'll go back to that tab.
Like, go back here and look at GLM 4.7 was literally built for tools and tasks.
Mm-hmm.
DeepSeek 3.2, Gemini 3, Flash. We got Grok 4 back here. I mean, Grok 4 is what, last summer?
It's so old at this point, yeah.
Yeah, but it's last summer, and we're talking about a 60+% increase over the course of a few months. Like,
Yeah, no, that's a good call out. So this was what, June, July, something like that.
yeah, yeah,
6
yeah.
months later or 8 months later, potentially.
I'm getting a firm Rock 4
Yeah,
release date.
I like to see
Was
GLM.
July 9th.
Okay, so July 9th. So that's what, like
6 months.
6 months later. Yeah, exactly. All right, not bad. So then we've got GLM 5, which is open source. Kimi 2.5, which is open source, and Minimax M 2.5, which is open source. These all came out the last
Yeah.
couple weeks. Yeah.
And that's just this one of the. There are a number of real world task benches they use too, and I'm curious to see like how they all sit,
Yeah.
because these are important skills today and increasingly important every week apparently.
So if I share this tab, we can see the full leaderboard on the website. Upper bound and lower bound. Okay. Interesting. There's a big spread there.
There is.
It's not necessarily bigger than Opus is, though.
No, no, and I would say something important to remember is uh, Claude 4.5 was a good hop. GPT 5.2 was a significant hop. From
Mm-hmm.
GPT 5.2 to Opus was a significant hop. And I think these will continue to, like, if you'll notice when you go back here, the the gaps are getting bigger too. Like it's
You
less
talking about this
gradual.
gap or this gap?
The gap from over a class to the next.
Mm.
Like it seems like I mean we're looking at. Oh, here's a good example. When was GPT 5.2 at 1462? Was late November,
Mm-hmm.
early December,
Yeah.
and then this followed pretty quickly on that with some serious tool call abilities. Um, it's impressive. It's impressive. That Sonnet is on top is equally impressive.
Looks
Like
like
that's
they've
not
got
the
the
big model.
Pareto. They've got the Pareto frontier for this one, as you can see here.
Oh, here's a good question, Grant.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been asked. Can we say if it's better than OpenAI's entrance model?
Okay, so what you're asking is, so like if I was using the free account version, is it better than OpenAI's free account version? Let's try that. This is incognito. Um, let me just log out here. I'll pull up chat.
Like completely unlogged in from both.
Yeah,
I would log
what
out
would be the best question to ask it? Um,
ask it the question with the ease. Um,
okay,
that
let
kind
me
of
grab
stumped
that.
it for a minute, but it got it.
Okay, so this is the ChatGPT free version. I'm gonna ask
Wait.
the same question.
Okay. Yeah, it says free. Okay. I was making sure you didn't have like your memory and stuff.
Nope, nope. This is a total free account.
I will say the
Interesting.
one element of this ChatGPT tends to do better is this word count. For whatever reason, it kind of figured out word count with GPT-5. That was a thing they all traditionally sucked at before then, but I'll bet Claude's better now than it was because they made some big jumps with 4.5 and 6. 4.5 was a big jump for Claude, in my opinion.
Okay,
From
so I have got a free plan version of Claude open. Oops, that's my email. You can email me if you want, if you saw that. Okay. Um, so now we're gonna compare both of these. So here's the ChatGPT version. And I'm gonna, since I don't trust my own eyes, I'm gonna do a search. We have at least one E.
okay, honestly, one's a pretty good result.
One's pretty good. One's pretty good. I don't know if it tells you what model you're working with here, though. How do we know what model this is?
You should be working with 5.2. I want to say you're dealing with. There's not a 5.2 mini specifically. It might be 5 mini.
We might have to search. Well, actually, how about this? I'll add web search, and I'll say what
I'll
model
ask.
do the free version of Chat GPT do? I'll say do users.
AI Overview says it's GPT 4.0, Grant.
No way. They just retired it. There's no way it's 4.0. Mainly get GPT 5.2 with limits.
Yeah.
GPT 5.2. Okay, so this is GPT 5.2. So then now let's look back at Claude. So this is Sonnet 4.6 on the free account, right? No memory. This one also has a 1. So let's look at this artificial analysis chart.
Just 20. Nice.
So they're about equal on that task. So what we're dealing with here is, oh, you know what we can do? We can compare. Let's actually just go to the regular models.
Yeah, because truth is GPT Val. This is one I love to look at too. Is like the intelligence chart.
Let's do GPT-2. There's all these different versions of GPT-2.
Well, and it's all about where you have your reasoning set.
Let's do this because this seems like the lowest one that they benchmark.
Yeah, I would do is medium the only one you see there in 5.2. 5.2 non-reasoning. That's going to be it. Probably.
Okay, let's do that one. So then let's take off this one, and then let's do. I don't think they have this. Crap, I don't think they have this one. Okay, we have to do it on GDP val, so let's go back to that. One sec. I'll do the same thing. So, Okay. So let's do.
You're flipping my brain out.
Sorry.
Honestly, non-reasoning might not be on this list because we're specifically talking about tasks here. Real-world tasks using web and shell access, as opposed to like intelligence. Okay.
Okay, so we got GPT 5.2. Then I have to take off the other one, but let me get Sonnet 4.6 first.
There it is. There's Sonnet non-reasoning. Free is definitely going to be non-reasoning.
But that's 5. That's
no 4.6 non-reasoning.
Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Free would almost certainly be that, I would guess.
Okay, here is the exact head-to-head comparison between the two free versions, as best we can tell.
Specifically on real-world tasks,
Agentic
or on web and shell access tasks.
Yeah.
Stirrup. Okay.
Yeah. So, for instance, if I was to go back to Anthropic here, and I was to use this on the desktop and use it with Claude Code or Cowork, how well does it do at those type of tasks, basically?
Yeah. Like for starters, the one we're using right here is not the one we just checked either. This is extended reasoning, which will be the grand poobah of Sonnet, I would say.
Let's do,
because it has multiple
variables. Let's do a more fair comparison then. Let's just do.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm curious to see where it lands.
If it does
not
more
that
than
this is at all the be-all end-all of benchmarks either. This is absolutely just a silly thing I ask.
It has 2 E's at least, so it's less than ChatGPT. Oh my God, 5.
Oh no, it's got all the E's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so moral of the story: if you're using a free Anthropic account, use extended thinking.
I'm shocked I'll bet it limits that pretty tightly on a free account.
Actually, let's ask. So I'll do web search turned on, and it'll say, How many times can you use extended thinking with Sonnet 4.6 on the free account? And then I'm gonna go ahead and
and burn one while we ask.
yeah.
And it might not be timed. It's probably not supposed to tell you either.
let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT the same question.
Swap your screen.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Short answer is 0.
ChatGPT's
Okay.
like, no, 4.6, none.
Okay, first of all, you're wrong because I just did it. So try again. Ugh. It, it wigged out. Let me refresh the page.
I like that you're asking ChatGPT about Sonnet.
Okay, so first of all, you're wrong because I just did it. So try again. On the plan, you generally can't use extended thinking with 4.6 on it at all. It says. It says you get 10 to 30 messages per 5-hour window.
Without extended thinking. After
Yeah.
that, what does it kick you to, or does it just block you? It probably just blocks you.
But this is
That's kind of
extended
the
thinking
Claude
is
standard, is to
not
just
available. Okay, it's checking 3.7. Check your sources, bro. You're talking about 3.7s on it.
wait. Were you saying that to Sonnet?
Yeah, sorry. Okay, look at this. Look at this. How many times can you use your extended thinking with this 4.6 on it? And then it says extended thinking is not available on the free plan, according to Claude 3.7 Sonnet. So I said, check your sources, bro. You're talking about 3.7 Sonnet. Fair point. Let me look this up properly. This is why people think AI is bad, is because they only use like the free version or like the really cheap version, and they're not using
Yes.
the extended one.
The
Like,
moral of this story is whatever your tool of preference is, find a way to give it $20. The truth
yeah,
is, the
like
return you're going to get at $20 over what you're doing free is significantly greater than the return you're going to see from $20 to 200, in my opinion.
yeah. So there's 23 people still watching this, right? My advice to all of you here, if you're not yet, so like I'm on the max plan on my personal and my work account,
Claude
and
Max, yeah.
yeah, and you can probably get by with the $100 one, but it is so much more worth it. Like there's pretty much nothing that reasonable that I need to do that I can't do in a given period with the $100 plan. Like I would just use that. Like and I would use Opus 4.6 for as much as you can with that because it's just really good. like I like that's my own personal preference. But even the $20 version, like the thing that's gonna rub you the wrong way about using Anthropic on the $20 plan is you're gonna get cut off every like 5 to 7 messages, and that's just gonna drive you nuts. Like you can't work that
And
way.
the bigger your request is, the worse it's going to be.
Yeah, yeah. So that's
If
just
you're asking it why is
untenable.
the sky blue, it'll be fine. But if you're
Yeah,
asking it to
so
help
I
you,
would say if you can afford for your work to pay $100 or even $200, which might be overkill unless you're using this all the time, I would probably recommend that for using Anthropic. If you're not going to pay the $100 max plan, then just use ChatGPT.
if you're not
Yeah,
spending $100 with Claude, you're probably better with the $20 ChatGPT plan. I think is a
that's my
really fair
advice.
way of putting that. I think
Yeah,
that's
that's my
probably the
advice.
right approach because the truth is you're getting 5.2, which is still. I mean, here's the deal: 4.6 is passing it. We're 60 days out.
Mm,
The truth
yeah,
is, who's on top? Hopscotches constantly. It's going to
mm,
continue to hopscotch constantly. So expect that whichever one you go with, there will be a couple, 2, 3 month periods in the year where maybe it's not the state of the art best one available right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not perfectly good for whatever you need.
yeah,
Most people don't need to solve novel mathematics during their workday.
yeah. And if you are the most thrifty person possible, use what is called Open Router. Open Router, you just put in your API key for any of these tools, and you can use any model listed here.
It can get away from you too, though, if you're not careful. That's I would say the one thing to watch is that it's not a flat rate.
Yeah,
You're
that's
you're
fair.
paying by API credits,
Yeah.
and that means a certain amount of variability. You know
That's why I
that.
think the best intelligence for the amount of money spent right now is Opus 4.6 on the $100 max plan. Because if you want like the ChatGPT Pro or like the Google Ultra, they're both like 200 or 250 or more. I feel like you can get away with mostly what you need with a $100 max plan, like and have like top tier intelligence, like whatever this was when we.
Yeah, for me, my advice would be different.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mine would be if you are an engineer or someone dealing with complex data that requires a lot of big data sets, things like that. That I agree. I would say if you were a normal person, I mean, not a normal person. If you are a person working a typical desk job, what they love to call knowledge work, as much as I hate that word, I would spend $20 with ChatGPT, and I would never worry about a context limit. I would never worry about getting rate cut. It's going to do 95% of what you want. You have a broad swath of models now. I mean, you even get a certain amount of 5.2 Pro, which is sick, and still arguably the best model on the market right now. 5.2 Pro, not normal 5.2. There's a distinct difference there when you go look at them.
Yeah, I don't know if 5.2 Pro is that on here.
5.2 Pro, it should be on the intelligence list, not the. And the 5.2 numbers just dropped in the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I don't think that or not Anthropic artificial analysis benchmarks that one, but
Let's see. Let's see.
because it's different than, just to clarify, that's different than GBT 5.2 extra high, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's different,
Hmm.
and it's baller. And like the truth is, with our work account, we get a handful of uses of 5.2 Pro. I don't always use them all, mostly because I know I only get so many, and I'm real picky about what I'm willing to burn one on.
Hmm.
Uh, but that's kind of my standard advice. But what I would say is if that doesn't serve you, Claude's $100 plan is the way to go. Because ChatGPT doesn't have an in between. It's
Yeah,
it's 20 or 200, at least for now.
yeah,
With that said, if you're using Codex, it's a little different because you can add credits.
right. Which is what you've been doing with OpenClaw.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I went in
That's
and
nice.
got 1,000 extra Codex requests for $40 the other day. And with OpenClaw, what I'm doing specifically now is I'm just running it through the 5.2 API.
Corey, we have a question. Is the Pro account only on the enterprise
It's
level
not
that
on
you're able to
enterprise,
use
it's
it?
on their business level, the one that used to be Teams. I don't
Got
know.
it.
It's not the case with standard ChatGPT Plus.
Yeah.
And I say that because I have both. I keep my work account and my personal account very separate, which I love because like I want to talk about very different things in the two. So like I have one that's full of whatever nerdy rabbit hole I've dived into this evening, and the other one is full of things I'm working on, and they have different voices, different approaches, different needs. But yeah, specifically, it's on the used to be Teams. I think it's the business plan now, not the enterprise though. But you do get some usage. I don't know what the if there's a quantifiable number to that. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well,
All right.
Grant, you about ready to
I,
call it a day this
I
time?
think that's it. I think that's all we got for you right now on Sonnet. We're gonna take some time, write a banger newsletter for you for tomorrow morning, kind of summarizing all this and adding some examples from what other people have found out, and yeah, I think that's it. Obviously, so the one caveat I'll give to everything we tested here is we didn't test the desktop version. That's just because don't have it on my work computer, but we'll definitely do that maybe on tomorrow's live stream if we have some time after we finish with Nikita. Um,
Speaking of which, that's an important thing to call out right now. Tomorrow morning at
yeah. Yeah.
God, what time is it, Grant?
Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific, 10
10
a.m.
Central.
Central, and 11 Eastern, which I
Yes.
believe would be
We'll,
4 p.m.
and
GMT.
and we'll
But
be on with Nikita Rudin, who is the co-founder CEO of Flexion Robotics,
4 p.m. Look
and
at that.
they've got
4
a
p.m.
sick demo video up on their site you should go watch. Essentially, they're building the intelligence that powers the humanoid robots, and we're going to talk all about AI and robots because we're nerds, we love this stuff, and
We're gonna get a
um,
live robot demo with one of these bad boys.
I don't know if that was organized yet, and I don't know that it was that robot.
Okay.
Uh,
We're
just to
maybe
be
not
clear,
doing that.
yeah, we shouldn't promise that. That
Stand
is
by.
a Unitree robot with their attachment on its neck there that you see. But that video right up above is one of the two they have out right now that's just wild to watch. It's neat to
Yeah.
watch it just walk around and spot trash in the woods and pick it up and throw it in a trash can.
So
Uh,
Flexion does the software. Unitree is the
yes.
company that makes the robot. Yeah.
The butt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that top screen thing is really cool to watch. I recommend giving it a shot. Also, quick reminder that the interview with Gemini CLI creator Taylor Mullen dropped today, right as you popped into this chat, and it's out there. It's a really cool story. He's a really nice dude. You should take some time, go watch it. Please like, subscribe, all the things. Thank you for coming. This was fun. It was very spur of the moment. No planning, no nothing. We were just like, Grant DM'd me on Slack and is like, "Hey, I just heard 4.6 drop. Want to just go live and play with it?" And we were like, "Cool, let's do that." So,
All right.
thanks for being here all the time, and we appreciate you. And we will see you back tomorrow morning with Robot
With a
to talk
robot.
robots, to talk robot.
Maybe with a robot, but definitely
Maybe
talking
we'll get
robot.
lucky. Yeah, but
All
we're
right.
working on getting a robot for alive. I promise. It's gonna happen. Just might
Okay.
not be tomorrow.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Cool. Well,
All
thanks
right.
everybody. Farewell for now, humans. We'll see you next time.